Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another installment of the Gridiron Power Hour. And today's guest was supposed to be a family affair, but he is at practice right now, and I don't know which time he'll get off. So we're going to deliver you a lot of football news and a lot of other sports-related news in general. Starting from Thursday night's game between the Super Bowl champion Kansas City Chiefs and the Houston Texans. After watching that game turned into a minstrel show, turned on its ear.
Well, yeah.
Even though there were 16,000 people, they booed both teams. What gives?
The fact while the national anthem was going, probably a few of them took the ever-dreaded knee.
Let's not forget the other anthem that was playing too. And apparently, one fan took to Twitter and said, "If that gave me a chance to gladly stand and boo them, I would do it again."
Well,
whoever that fan is deserves to be the biggest twit.
You buy it, you do have the right to boo as long as it is within reason.
Yeah, but booing the team before the game even starts.
When you go into the facility or the stadium, that you didn't have the right to boo.
Yeah, but the players do have the right to peacefully protest before the game started.
Exactly.
And that's what the Texans were doing. And the Chiefs as well. And both teams got booed for it.
And then once the game started, the Houston Texans probably wish they would have stayed on the air. Probably wish they would have stayed on the airplane and went home.
Yep. And I think the final score was the Chiefs 34, the Texans 20.
Yep. And
so somebody actually made a bet on that game.
I'll put it this way. By the time we got to the fourth quarter and the Chiefs had a 31-7 lead, I clunked out. Because that game got boring by halftime.
Yeah. And apparently somebody is also...
I was impressed by that youngin' from LSU from last year. Clyde Edwards-Helaire. 150 yards rushing in his first official game of the National Football League.
Yep.
Not bad, youngin'. Keep it going.
Yeah, but let's put it this way. Because somebody actually bet on it being a 54-point underdog, where the majority of the points was made by Kansas City, there is a man somewhere in Georgia who is $2 million richer because of it.
Well, if my math is right, he hit it right on the button. The only difference was the Chiefs had 34 of those, the Texans had 20.
Yeah.
Either way, he still got his payday.
Yeah, that was a big ka-ching. And a whole lot of cheese to boot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, a whole lot of cheese for the Cheesecake Factory.
And other news, Tennessee Titans has signed defensive back Jadeveon Clowney Monday to a 1-year, $12 million contract with $15 million incentive guaranteed if it all pans out.
And I can already guarantee you, those incentives, they ain't gonna be reached. So you might as well go and kiss that bonus goodbye.
Which is why he signed for $12 million for one whole year.
The Athletic, I saw earlier a few moments ago on my Facebook, Twitter news feed. The Titans have 5 players ruled out for the 9:20 kickoff Monday night as the back end of the doubleheader on Monday night.
Yes.
Yes, we get the doubleheader.
Yeah, and I figured it out. The first doubleheader is the Pittsburgh Steelers versus the New York Giants. Now, also the New York Giants is newly the quarterback acquisition. Former Titan Logan Ryan will make his debut as a member of the G-Man.
Oh, that should be fun. Alongside, Nate Solder, another guy that's been flopping over with the Giants. Coincidence? Not really. Mm-hmm. And they also have a new head coach. Yep. They'll be going through head coaches like guys go through underwear and socks. And it's a special teams coordinator.
And they never learn.
Back squat diddly in the head coaching ranks.
They never learn.
Special teams. So
never
see
learn
what he has in his bag of tricks on Monday night against the Steelers defense.
Yep. And knowing tomorrow the Jets are playing, but the Jets are going to be playing without one of their wide receivers, as he was let go for personal reasons. And I happen to know what that personal reason is.
Back to the Titans for a second. Isaiah Wilson's been arrested.
No, he was not.
My guess
is not only was he let go, he was later arrested after he was released from the Jets.
Yeah.
He got arrested for wire fraud, for the biggest wire fraud in the United States government history. Everybody remembers the Triple P program that Trump started, the Personal Payroll Protection Program. Apparently, writing $24 million to yourself, then spending most of that stuff on Gucci is a federal offense. So I guess it proves what to say. It pays to look good. It will be even worse. You have to pay all of it back, which he'll have to.
Yeah, it pays to look good, but make sure you're doing it legitimately, not illegal. You twit.
Yeah, he did it. They found out he don't spend $200,000 on Gucci, $68 on things from Louis Vuitton, and he bought himself a new $125,000 Lamborghini.
Dude, are you a nut?
Are you a twit? So for that, Jamal Wesley,
the former broadcaster for the Oklahoma City Thunder, when he basically said to Russell Wilson, and I quote, "Have you lost your ever-loving God pick in mind?" Yes. Yes, he has.
Yeah, and it shows. So you're not an asshat or a twitbag. You're just a plain ordinary idiot.
You're an idiot.
Who the hell would go through? Who the hell would get a personal payroll protection loan of $24 million, then spend it on personal bull stuff? That's they used to pay your employees. And the company he has is fraudulent. Who ever heard of Drip Entertainment?
Not me.
You's a big old... He's a drip, alright. You a big old drip. What an idiot! Folks, a bit of advice.
Blood pressure goes before each of us goes to the roof and back.
Mm-hmm. My bit of advice to you: stick to football, cause as for financial reasons, let your lawyers deal with the money.
You are pathetic.
You don't need to go to jail.
For money, you can't even manage it straight. Come on, bro. You're better than that.
Yeah.
Come on, bro. Stay classy.
Mm-hmm.
Or in this case, make sure you pay your crap legitimately, sir.
Yes. In other news, former 2014 draft pick Michael Sam, and everybody hasn't heard that name in a while since 2014 because he is the first openly gay player drafted in the NFL. He's now the only first...
After he got cut, basically nobody touched him with a 10-foot pole.
Actually, the Canadian Football League did. They got him.
Hold on. Which team? The Saskatchewan Roughriders?
Yes.
The Ottawa Blue Bombers?
The Saskatchewan Roughriders got him.
Wardio. Well done, Saskatch.
And besides, we're in a day and age where LGBT athletes do have the same rights as we do as athletes.
Hallelujah, Hollywood.
They do. I mean, we do have gay players who play soccer, who wrestle, who do
basketball.
Yep, that too. Hockey, Muay Thai, figure skating. If you can have that as a sport, golf, tennis, heck, even motorsports.
Yeah, even the MMA.
Yep. And one of those transgender fighters is Fallon Fox, whom Matt Metrion called a sick, lying, sociopathic, disgusting human being. Them words came back and haunted him for the rest of his life.
Yes.
Not only did Dana White suspended him, he got fined a huge chunk of change for saying that. Ronda Rousey came into her defense, say if she wants to fight, then we can fight. I don't mind. I don't care if you were born anatomically male or you're now female, as you have been since you were 18, and by law, and by golly, we can fight.
But unfortunately, she doesn't get to make that decision. She doesn't get the final word on that.
No. That's because Fallon had retired years ago. She had never picked up her MMA gloves again.
Not surprising there.
She is what the Muay Thai community in Thailand call a katui, who's transitioning from either male to female or female to male.
Thank you for the clarification.
Mm-hmm.
Because I had no idea where you were going with that.
Yep. Basically,
knowledge drops.
Yeah. Unless you don't want to end up like Penn State did with yet another lawsuit. Holy crap, what the heck is wrong with Penn State lately? I mean, they've been in the news for all the wrong reasons. The Sandusky scandal.
Speaking of Penn State, their conference that they're in, as of 9:30 this morning, I'm listening to an update through the Entertainment and Sports Programming Network radio side, said, from Dari and Mel, by the way, they basically had a news story, thanks to a few folks from ESPN with Heather Dinich and one other person, as sources for this, for the Big Ten.
Yeah.
Saying that they are going to have a small group
of
commissioners for testing options.
I'd like to see how far this is going to go.
To be tested to see if they can actually get a 10 football season underway in October.
Oh boy, I like to see how this is going.
Well, they're going to start with the small, and then they're going to go with their committee, get some more questions and get answers, and then if they find them sufficient enough, then they will put it to a vote with everybody in the conference.
Yes.
All the athletic directors and school officials.
Mm-hmm. Like I said, if Penn State has more black marks than an actor on a bad payday with a bouncing checkbook. Let's start with the fact that the Penn State football program had been tarnished with the Sandusky Bull mess.
Yeah, which unfortunately
got Sandusky sent out for the rest of his natural life because he was wrong for what he did.
Yep.
Bobby Paterno is spitting in his grave right now.
Oh, he's beyond spitting in his grave.
Let's not forget what the women's football coach has said in an interview about not letting lesbians play on their basketball team. They say every other Division I college has a plethora of lesbians playing on their team. The words came back to...
Are we talking about the recently retired Jordan Kukinos, I think?
Yeah. This one, her name happens to be Paige Raymond. She actually opened up her mouth and put her foot down her own throat until she was choking on her toes. A former player off the basketball team has sued her and the school for sexual bias, preferring heterosexuals.
Because I didn't see anything about it.
This was like
on any social media platform that I'm on.
And this was an ESPN article, and this came from Wikipedia, by the way, because that main player who sued her was a member of the LGBT community because she was gay and on the basketball team. Back during her 2012 season, that coach made her season a living hell and made her transfer to another school, to a Division II school.
Wow.
Not only did Penn State find this woman, they fined this woman a huge chunk of change and suspended her for one game. And she knew her worth had came back and haunted her.
Penn State.
Yes.
Here's a little suggestion for you. you already have enough problems as